Oh, you're back.
Welcome back to Off-Frame Productions. My name is Chris, and I had to leave it on that. I had to leave it on the note. It felt right. For those of you just joining us today, welcome back to Read Only Memories. I highly suggest, if you are interested in this, and if this is your first episode of Read Only Memories, I highly suggest that if nothing else, you go watch the previous episode. Anything from this point forward is a definite spoiler for the first 2 chapters. Now, with that out of the way, we found out what happened to Hayden. That's where we're at. That's exactly where we're at. Now what? How you doing, little man?
You know, Hayden was a brilliant programmer. Far ahead of his time.
I'll give him that. I mean, fuck, he made you. I mean, I know you're a robot, but at the same time, I can... If anyone's going to pass that Turing test, you are. And by the way, at this point, I will put up what the Turing test is. Because it's clear that they're not going to tell me what it is. They're not going to tell us what it is.
I am a machine, and intrinsically, I do not have all the glands and visceral chemical reactions that make humans so emotional and brilliant. But his code is a flawless replication of that, inside my own personality algorithms.
That's because you are a ground-up AI. In essence, more human than some of the guys I know.
I don't think I've ever felt this anger.
Stage 1?
It fouls my processors and fills my RAM with frustrating, half-finished plans of revenge.
The stages of grief involve anger, regret, depression, something, and then finally acceptance.
My motherboard burns in my casing from how little I can rest.
I don't know.
I'm in pain, and I can't make it go away.
It's because the pain doesn't go away, Turing. In fact, it pretty much stays there forever. You just kind of you become so accustomed to the pain that it just, you numb yourself to it.
I do not like the thoughts I'm having about the people who did this to him.
No, I wouldn't expect you to enjoy it. I don't know why I know why it's asking me. I know why the game is forcing me to ask this. But the problem is unlike a robot or ROM or even most AIs to a degree, Turing is more human than robot. And what makes us human is the fact that we can't just turn them off.
I could. I can disable those modules.
I suggest you don't.
But if I turn off every emotion I don't want to feel, what does that make me? Would I still be me?
You would probably... No. I could make all the jokes I want, but no, you wouldn't be you.
If I were human, turning off my emotions would be seen as extremely unhealthy.
Yeah.
There is a wealth of information on the meshnet about human psychology. I just don't know how much of it applies to myself.
Yeah, that's
either way,
weird.
Hayden deserves my grief.
Yes. Yes, he does.
It is my way of honoring him. It may be the only way I can. I offer it freely. Did you see the jade plant? Its death is unfortunate, but fitting.
Wait, huh? Hopeless? What? Fuck, my plant!
Yet another thing to be guilty for.
What? Huh? Guilty.
Will
Dude, my plant's dead.
will you keep helping me? I need you.
Why you gotta be looking at me like that, man? Why you gotta be doing those puppy dog eyes? Is there any way I can honestly say no?
To find the bastards who killed my progenitor.
Father.
I need to finish this. I don't know what I'll do afterwards, but I need to see this through.
You know what? This is an interesting series of questions. Or answers, should I say. Something bad has happened. We're already on the trail to find out what happened. And then we find out that Hayden was killed. So our options now become, how do we respond? Do we bring them to justice and let justice take its course? Do we make them pay by any means necessary? Now, do we dig deeper? Do we find out why and the reason why such a thing happened? Now the problem with this one in particular, we may find them. And if you dig deep enough, you will find them. Same thing with the truth. But it might be something we could not possibly be able to get our revenge on. We can get closure. We can get the truth, but we might not be able to bring them to justice, or we might not be able to make them pay. But we'll know the truth. And you can be damn well sure, if we take this option, and we are going to take this option, that once we find out the truth, we will do everything in our power to make that truth known, come hell or high water.
What does the truth mean anymore? What does it matter? Will finding the truth bring back Hayden? Will it fix the pain they've left me in? But I guess you're right. Knowing the whys and wherefores will bring closure to this. I could use a measure of closure. I think for now we should keep knowledge of Hayden's death between you, Tomcat, and I.
Yeah. We don't want people to know what we know. Not yet.
It may give us an edge if the people we seek don't know how much we've already discovered. We'll talk after you've had some time to rest.
Yes, for I am a squishy human. And I do need my 2.5 to 4 hours of sleep.
You likely need sleep, and I need some time to... I need some time.
Yeah? Take your time, man. So Hayden's dead, my plan's dead, and now we have to find out who, what, and the why such a thing happened. I killed my plant, let's be fair. I killed my plant. Hayden, on the other hand, it's going to be a bit more of a issue. Okay. Start of a new day.
Good morning.
It's,
I trust you slept well.
Not a wink. Sure. And you?
I had ample time to recharge my internal batteries.
Good job, Turing. But you know that's not what I meant.
It is upsetting that Hayden is gone. But life for the rest of us goes on, yes?
Stage 2, avoidance. Again, if I mess up the stages, I apologize. I have knowledge of them, I just don't have... I don't remember first-hand experience. I'm not looking at the list right now. That's what I'm saying.
We still have a mystery to unravel, and I will waste no further processing time over something I cannot reverse. There is no point.
There is a point. But you are correct. There is a point, but that you are correct. At the moment, we don't have time. We have a job to do. And if we don't do it, no one else will.
Now that we are both refreshed, I feel it wouldn't hurt to recap our progress and determine if any changes should be made based on our successes and failures. Let's talk about how things are going so far.
Okay, so I'm going to go through this, but there's a chance that I will probably just omit this section because it's going to be what we've done so far. And let's be completely honest. If you want to know that, it's already in the playlist. But if there is something important, it's going to show it here. I will show it.
Since your journalistic efforts are a big part of why I originally recruited you, we can start there. Your inquiring mind has been a huge boost in our journey thus far.
I know, right?
As a ROM, I can't talk to people as intently as you, so I must say I'm quite grateful for your skills in that regard.
I am awesome. I thank you, Turing.
You're diligent in your day-to-day work as well,
No.
which further grounds my hope in you. Beyond journalistic persistence, let's take a look at how we've performed in other responsibilities, specifically our choices in overcoming obstacles.
Oh, it's not... Oh, you know what? This isn't a... It's not a recap. It's a summary of how we've been. Not what we've done, but how we've done what we've done. Interesting.
Our first major hurdle proved challenging, but we made use of our surroundings and found a creative avenue. Furthermore, I am pleased with your utilization of non-violent methods. Eliminating any excessive risk should allow us to move swiftly.
Yeah, that's generally my plan. Be a ninja, be one with shadows and darkness, and not wear bright orange.
Finally, I was quite impressed by your ability to adapt on the fly, as they say, and perform so well when thrust into a sudden situation.
Are you talking about Jess? You're talking about Jess, aren't you?
Lastly, I'd like to discuss how we're getting along with our companions and allies along the way. It's important.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess you were not
I
talking about
was
Jess.
very impressed with your negotiation abilities with those kids. We got our data cache, and they went on their way, and hopefully learned a lesson too.
And hopefully they enjoyed their movie. I mean, look, they went to go see a movie together. I hope they enjoyed it.
Jess is a bit of a harder read, but she did agree to help us out in a big way.
That is true. We did, but we also, and the reason we did is because we solved her problem in a way that wouldn't be traced back to her, and in a way that wouldn't look bad for hybrids or her clinic.
As long as her brash nature doesn't tempt you to lash out, I think things will go smoothly.
I am hoping, because I do not like fighting with cat girls. They have claws, and the fur will get everywhere.
Detective Rivers was good to involve as well, and I can tell you enjoy having a familiar face around.
I know, she's adorable, isn't she? Even when she wants to kill me. Yeah.
She could prove to be our greatest aid, as long as we make it worth her time. No funny business. Tomcat seems to genuinely care for our cause, and I have no trouble with letting their expertise guide us.
Yeah, of all the characters we've met so far, Tomcat is probably one of the coolest, easiest to get along with. She also doesn't seem to have any ulterior motives or any ulterior reasons to help us, because she helped with both creating you and knew Hayden.
Out of everyone else, they seem to be easiest to get along with, too.
Pretty much. Oh, well, maybe not Jess, but yeah.
And finally, you and I.
Yeah, let's talk about you and I. I mean, yeah.
I must say, we have worked together better than I ever expected. I hope you feel the same.
Yes? Question mark?
I feel confident in our combined ability, and I enjoy your company as well. Please continue showing me around the city as we continue our search.
Oh shit! I just thought of something. Sorry, I just thought of something, and I think I just realized. Oh shit! I just thought of something, and I just realized Turing himself is a bottom-up AI. He is a learning robot. He is learning from me. I am literally his. He is a blank slate. He knows things. He can find information, but he doesn't know things. He doesn't know how to. His connections to the world are strenuous at best. I am his connection to the world, so therefore my connections to the world are building him up. Like a little brother. If I treat him like a dick, well, that's how he will respond. That's how he'll kind of grow into the character. If I treat him like a little mutual, yeah. Interesting.
Unfortunately, we've just about run out of leads.
You know, you say that, but I think something's gonna happen.
Perhaps Tomcat was able to find something of use in Parallax's network while they were inside.
Maybe, but I don't want to put Tomcat into too much of a situation, because the more and more we keep using her into going to Parallax network, the further and further it's going to be to go into or mess with. Keep going. It'll be harder and harder for us to go back to Tomcat the more we use her. I'm sure she did. I'm sure they did. That seems a bit hopeless. Why you didn't have any ideas yourself? Okay. That's just stupidly antagonistic. This is, dismissive and depressive. And I'm sure they did. They honestly probably did.
So, but I feel a little bad for relying on them as much as we do.
Yeah, I am with you on that.
Always going so far for Hayden. They must have been close. Oh, speaking of them, incoming call from Tomcat. Forwarding video and audio.
What up, Tomcat? Hi.
Morning.
Yeah, we all three had a rough night, didn't we?
Turin, how you been doing, hon?
I'm fine, Tomcat. Thank you for your concern.
Not the answer they're looking for.
Well, okay. Just say the word if I can help out in any way. You hear?
Of course. In fact, I was hoping you might have a lead for us to start working at. Otherwise, we're down to canvassing Hayden's address book and seeing if any of his contacts have an idea about who might have had a desire to target him.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just fishing in the dark.
The data cache. I completely omitted the data cache. We got it the other day.
Well, I pulled a fair amount of data from the Parallax servers before they managed to kick me out, but it'll take me a while to go through it.
That makes sense.
A lot of it's unrelated. TPS reports, maintenance logs. Juicy meat for other corporations, but about as useful as dirt to us.
Yeah, and as much as I would like to bring down Parallax, there's no reason to bring down Parallax unless they're the reason they went after Hayden.
It'll take me a while to decrypt all of Hayden's files, but maybe we'll find something there.
The plan. Tomcat, you're gonna have to do what you do. And I'll find something
So,
in the meantime.
no, I don't have as much as a whiff of a trail on who's behind this. Though, I recently got a strange request from a friend of a friend.
Okay.
Someone's been messing with the articles of a news organization named Augmented Eye.
Do I write for Augmented Eye? And it's weird because the Augmented Eye keeps popping up, and I don't know where it comes from. I do know it was in Valhalla, which is completed on the channel, and obviously this game. But do I write for them?
It seems like the network security head there is asking around for cybercrackers to help figure out how their reports are getting changed.
And then the second question would be how they're being changed.
The original files on their servers are untouched. In their system, everything looks peachy keen.
Okay.
But when you view the site from the outside of the network, things are changed up.
So almost like a layer above the website, like a little like a filter, right?
A word here, phrase there. It's subtle, but often has a big impact on the article's tone.
Yeah.
Someone with deep access to Parallax's meshnet is changing what's being shown.
And again, it goes back down to Parallax. Why? But, okay. And again, it goes back down to Parallax. But is that all there is to it? Is Parallax the big bad? I don't think so. I honestly don't think Parallax is going to be the big bad of the game. Something's going on.
I ain't sure if it's related, but maybe y'all can head down to the main KCOB offices and try talking to the gal that runs Augmented Eye. Her name is Zen.
Okay.
I ain't got the time or the desire to stick my nose that far out for a stranger, but it seems like your kind of deal.
Yeah, no, still looks like my thing.
It does seem to be a bit of a stretch.
I'm still curious in the type of tonal change.
But if we have to wait for you to work on the data we've collected anyway...
We'll be happy. I'll look into it.
All right.
I'm curious.
I'll pass the word along that you'll be in sometime today to stick your noses in. And I'll send y'all word as soon as I get anything worth hunting down.
All right, Tomcat, you do your thing. I'll do my thing. We'll meet down the middle.
Excellent. Thank you, Tomcat. We are grateful for your continued assistance.
No problem, Turin. Are you sure you're gonna be okay? Maybe you should take a little more time.
We gotta
Been through
move.
some shit in the past few
We've
days.
if I sit still, I will go deeper and deeper down the rabbit hole of coulda, shoulda, woulda, shoulda. Shoulda, coulda, woulda.
I said I was fine. Thank you for your concern, but I am fine. I have already handled the reality of Hayden's death. It's time to move on with the investigation.
Not like that, Turing. Not like that.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to step on you. I'm just worried. So, I'm here if you need anything.
Understood. I apologize for my tone, Tomcat. We'll be in touch.
I'm glad you apologized, Turing, because I was about to smack you upside the head.
Alright, later, Turin.
Okay, we have a lead, however tenuous. I've highlighted the COS IO Corp office building on your map. Also, while we were talking to Tomcat, I received an email from Dr. Fairlight.
Ah, yes, Fairlight. How does he fit into all this?
Displaying.
Greetings.
I also forget that you are now my computer. I actually forget that you are my computer and that your head is a giant monitor.
I hope you'll forgive me for a voice-only message, but I'm undergoing my treatment and would not call myself presentable for a video call.
That's fine, that's fine. Maybe. It's maybe fine.
Still, I wanted to inform you of an idea I had while looking into our mutual acquaintance's disappearance.
Hayden. Which we know is dead. But we do not know if he knows that he is dead.
I haven't had any luck with my contacts inside Parallax, but I was reminded of an old friend by the name of Melody Flores, who may know more about the nature of Hayden's research.
Okay. And since we're no longer looking into the kidnapping of Hayden, what he is doing is the obvious next step.
She's the owner of Flower Cybernetics, and Hayden has been known to work closely with them on projects involving the intersection of Parallax's systems and the implants that Flower designs. Melody and I are no longer on speaking terms, so I'm afraid I can't introduce you. But perhaps the intrigue of Hayden's little robot will get you entry into her home.
They're no longer on speaking terms, but the intrigue of him, of Turing, would get us into her home. That seems a little bit fishy.
I hope this lead serves you well. If you need anything else from me, I will be in and out of the hospital room where we met for the next few days.
Okay. I can always head back to the hospital if I need
I
to
will
go talk
send
to him.
word if I have any other insights or discoveries. Yours, Dr. Yannick Fairlight.
Interesting. I had no knowledge of Hayden ever working with Flower Cybernetics, but now I'm starting to understand just how little I really knew about his research.
True.
Maybe this Melody can reveal more about the purposes of my construction.
I mean, maybe. That's one of the ones we're gonna have to walk on eggshells for, because we don't know.
Hayden must have kept my development secret for a reason. Hopefully we can talk our way in.
Oh no, we'll get in. We'll talk our way in. Talking is not a problem.
I have highlighted Melody's home on your map. Okay, we can now either follow Tomcat's lead to KCOB, or Fairlight's lead to Melody's home. Up to you where to go first. Tomcat's led us in the right direction so far, but Fairlight has resources and his tip might end up being more relevant.
Yeah.
It depends on what you want our focus to be on in terms of tracking Hayden's trail. Should we follow the media or the tech?
That's an interesting question. An interesting intersect that I actually hadn't thought about, and the way they're putting in the game is like it's highly intriguing.
It's fitting. They're the two factors that make Neo SF so unique and wonderful. If we explore them both to the fullest, there's no way we won't be closer to the answer.
Okay, so we'll be stopping this video shortly, as you can tell. First, I want to check something real quick. Okay. So we have two options. We can follow Dr. Fairlight's lead and talk to Flowers Mansion. We can go to Flowers Mansion and talk to Melody. Now, Melody and Fairlight are no longer on speaking terms. By showing Turing off, I can get access to talk to Melody, and maybe I can get information. Now, tech-wise, it is likely that what happened to Hayden is because of Turing. Though maybe not. We don't know. But if the more people know that Turing is from Hayden and was created by Hayden, the people who wanted Hayden to go away are gonna now focus their sights on us. And then we can go to the augmented eye. Now the augmented eye, it's an odd thing, but it bears noting that whoever is causing this basically layer of altered data over top websites is changing the perception of articles. I don't know what the perception is or what was and is being changed to. For example, it could be talking about they could be talking about an ice cream shop. And they could be just talking about like, oh, this ice cream shop opened on Tuesday and it sells vanilla, chocolate, and strawberry. Now the overlayered of data could be talking about, oh, this wonderful ice cream shop opened up and it has some delicious chocolate. It has amazing vanilla and it has the best strawberry you've had in town. Or it could say something along the lines of, so this rinky-dink ice cream shack opened up on Tuesday. It's got passable chocolate. I mean, it's got, of course, the fucking vanilla. And the only good thing on the menu is the strawberry. Words have power. I said the same exact thing 3 different ways. And if that's the only perception you've seen, ideally, you should have 3 different, views. Someone's changing something. And I'm more interested in that than I am than following the tech. But for now, we're going to go ahead and stop. And I'm going to need to actually go back. Well, I can't go back. So I'm going to stop here. I'm going to save. And we'll see you tomorrow. I want to hear what you guys are thinking. These types of games I enjoy are because it makes you think. Let me know what you think down below. And of course, leave a like, leave a comment, leave whatever the hell you want down below. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Later.